Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay ahead of the curve. Let's get started. In today's video, we're delving into one of the most talked about controversies of this early F1 season and one that also caused tension last year: flexible rear wings despite prior warnings. The topic has resurfaced and McLaren is once again the center of attention. This is your go-to channel for the fastest updates in Formula One. We have 3 hot stories for you. Let's go back to 2023, when the FIA made it clear that rear wings, in particular, would be closely monitored and that excessive flexing, particularly at high speeds, would not be allowed because it could result in aerodynamic advantages that are not within the allowed limits. This season, those warnings have become enforcement, and one of the first teams to be closely examined is McLaren. Their rear wing design has been heavily criticized by Red Bull, who claim that McLaren's wing flexes too much at high speeds. According to Red Bull, the movement creates a mini Doctor's effect between the rear flaps, something that's explicitly banned under FIA regulations. In response to such concerns, the FIA introduced stricter rules and testing protocols at the start of the 2024 season. The updated regulations now state that rear wing flex must not exceed 0.5 mm. To enforce this, the FIA enhanced its testing procedures, and reportedly, 4 or 5 teams had to make design adjustments to comply with the new standards. McLaren's wing notably passed the new tests, officially making their car legal under current rules. However, controversy reignited following the Japanese Grand Prix. In slow-motion footage and high-resolution images captured by Racing News 365, analysts noticed that McLaren's rear wing still appears to flex significantly under load. The footage shows the wing deforming at high speeds, especially along the outer edges, briefly creating a visible gap, similar to a small Doctor's opening, before returning to its normal position. Comparative footage showed Red Bull's rear wing remaining stable and consistent under both high and low speed conditions, while McLaren's flexed noticeably more, particularly on the lateral corners. This visual difference has sparked renewed suspicion, with many questioning how McLaren's wing could behave that way while still passing the FIA's tests. So far, the FIA has not issued an official response to the footage, but insiders suggest the issue may be raised during the Bahrain GP weekend, and that technical delegates will likely be keeping a close eye on McLaren and any other team that could be pushing the boundaries of what's acceptable. It's a delicate line. Teams are always innovating within the gray areas of the rules, but the FIA's role is to ensure no one gains an unfair aerodynamic edge. If McLaren's rear wing is indeed flexing in a way that offers higher top speeds and improved grip through corners, it could offer a significant advantage, especially on tracks with long straights and high-speed curves. But for now, McLaren remains in the clear, at least officially so. What do you think? Is McLaren crossing the line and exploiting a loophole that the FIA needs to shut down, or are they simply being clever within the legal limits of the sport? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this in-depth breakdown, make sure to like the video, subscribe to Grand Prix and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of the latest developments on and off the track. The battle over rear wings may just be starting, and it could shape the dynamics of this championship. Big changes are coming to Formula One in 2025, and one of the most anticipated is the arrival of an 11th team on the grid: Cadillac, in partnership with Andretti Global. The team has confirmed that it plans to announce its driver lineup by mid-year, and according to recent reports, the list of candidates is already being narrowed down. Cadillac has made it clear they're considering 7 to 8 drivers, and the goal is to combine raw talent with experience. One of the leading names for the first seat is American driver Colton Herta, currently racing in IndyCar with Andretti. Herta has long been linked with a potential switch to F1, but one key obstacle remains: he still doesn't hold a super license, the mandatory credential required to race in Formula One. Whether he obtains it in time will be crucial for his candidacy. For the second seat, Cadillac is reportedly looking for a driver with Formula One experience, someone who has raced multiple seasons and can provide stability and technical feedback for a brand new team. The two frontrunners, Sergio Perez and Valtteri Bottas, both veterans, are approaching the final chapters of their F1 careers, but their names still carry weight, especially for a team looking to establish itself quickly. However, a new name just entered the conversation. During the Japanese Grand Prix weekend, highly respected journalist Joe Seward reported that Cadillac team members were spotted in conversation with Brazilian driver Felipe Drugovich, currently serving as Aston Martin's reserve driver. Drugovich has been actively seeking a race seat for the 2025 season, and now with Cadillac joining the grid, a golden opportunity might just be forming. There are a few reasons why this connection makes sense. First, Drugovich already has ties to Cadillac through other racing series, and some insiders believe he's a favorite within the team's inner circle. He's young, highly disciplined, and has logged thousands of simulator and test kilometers with Aston Martin, giving him a solid understanding of how a modern F1 team operates. That kind of knowledge isn't valuable for a new constructor, building its foundation from scratch. Additionally, compared to names like Perez and Bottas, Drugovich is a long-term investment. The veterans may have outlived their prime, but Drugovich is still developing, so giving him a chance now could pay off. In the upcoming seasons, Cadillac is reportedly carefully weighing its options, and no formal agreements have been signed yet. But it is certain that Drugovich is on their radar. Depending on how negotiations go, we may be entering the 2025 season with 2 Brazilian drivers on the grid, a first in many years. What do you think? Would Felipe Drugovich be a good fit for Cadillac? In their F1 debut season, should the team rely on seasoned veterans to mentor their initial steps in the sport, or should they rely on young talent? Let's keep an eye on this as the grid continues to change. Please share your ideas in the comments section, and remember to like the video, subscribe to Grand Prix, and enable notifications so you don't miss any important F1 stories. After weeks of doubts about the performance of the RB20, Max Verstappen silenced critics by securing pole position and dominating the race from start to finish. He maintained control throughout the Grand Prix, keeping McLaren's challengers at bay and never really allowing anyone to get close enough to threaten the lead. This strong showing was unexpected even for Verstappen, who admitted before the weekend that he wasn't confident in the car's overall potential. Now, with the Bahrain Grand Prix just around the corner, the big question is whether Red Bull has truly resolved its problems or if last weekend was an isolated success. In his media appearances this week, Verstappen provided some clarification. He acknowledged the strong performance in the previous round but quickly pointed out that the RB20 is still far from perfect. Verstappen stated that the car still has problems with tire degradation, particularly in race trim, and that performance it starts to decline significantly after the first few laps, primarily due to rapid tire wear. This weakness severely restricts their strategic options, preventing them from using more aggressive race plans that could otherwise open the door to greater advantages. Verstappen added that even when things go well early in the stint, it's hard to maintain a strong, consistent rhythm for an extended period of time. He said that if he finds himself behind another car and tries to attack the RB20 doesn't currently give him the confidence to push hard for several laps in a row, which leaves him vulnerable in crucial moments and unable to fully capitalize on overtaking opportunities. As for upgrades, Red Bull is not expected to introduce any major updates this weekend in Bahrain. While minor adjustments may be made to the setup or components, the core package remains largely unchanged, at least for the time being. This puts pressure on the team to make the most of what they already have rather than relying on new parts to close any performance gaps. Bahrain's track characteristics are notably different from the last venue, and with its abrasive surface and high tire degradation, it's a circuit where tire wear and energy management are more important than ever. So what should we expect from Red Bull and Verstappen this weekend? Will they repeat their dominant performance and once again lead from the front? Or will McLaren or perhaps Ferrari bounce back and reclaim the upper hand? Let's not forget that in recent rounds, McLaren has shown serious pace, particularly in qualifying and medium to high-speed corners. If Red Bull's tire issues persist, McLaren could once again challenge for the win, especially if track conditions favor their setup. Either way, Bahrain promises to be a key indicator of where the title fight might be heading. If Verstappen can win again with an unchanged car, it may signal that Red Bull's consistency and driver skill are still enough to hold off the competition. But if McLaren comes out swinging, the momentum could quickly shift back in their favor. Now it's your turn. Do you think Verstappen can win again this weekend, or will McLaren strike back and take control of the championship battle? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Grand Prix and turn on notifications so you don't miss a single update as we head into another thrilling F1 weekend.